So guys, what is projectile motion? But before we tackle that, what is a projectile?
A projectile is an object flying through the air. But what makes an object fly? To answer this, we'll use a simulator.
The first force that helps it fly is its initial velocity. It makes an unbalanced force pushing the object in the opposite direction. The distance traveled will mostly depend on this force. Here, we have a short demonstration on how initial velocity affects the distance traveled by the projectile. This force can be manipulated. It can be increased or decreased depending on the shooter and on the mechanism that it will fire. In this demonstration, we could see that the distance traveled by the projectile is affected by changing its initial velocity from medium to high. Besides initial velocity, we have another force acting on it. The first force, however, gravity brings the projectile back down to Earth and it restricts its distance travel, and unlike the first force, initial velocity, it has a constant value of 9.81 meter per second squared. Gravity is always present on all things and pulls everything not attached to the ground back to Earth. Projectiles are also affected by this force no matter how fast or light the object in flight is.
But do note that mass can also contribute or restrict the distance the projectile can travel, and in this example, the first shot weighs the lightest, the second shot weighs an average, and the third shot, being the heaviest, traveling the shortest distance among the three.
Another thing that one has to consider is the angle of approach. This shot is at a 0-degree angle of approach,
while this shot is slightly angled more than 0 degrees. To further elaborate the angle of approach, here is a demonstration with the initial velocity in a constant 13 meters per second with 3 different angles. The first shot will be at 30-degree angle, the second shot will be at 60 degrees angle, and the third shot will be at 45 degrees angle of approach. It can be observed that the last shot traveled further. It is because 45 degrees is the golden angle in the projectiles. It is at this angle where projectiles are able to travel the farthest. All in all, these are the forces that are acting upon the projectile, and this is projectile motion.